Hello, my name is Jisoo and I'm reading Master Dōgen's Shōbōgenzō, and we have reached chapter 34, Arakan, the Arhat. Arakan represents the sound of the Sanskrit word Arhan or Arhat, which means a person who is worthy of veneration. Arhathood is the ultimate state of the Shravaka, or rigoristic Buddhist. The Shravaka belongs to Hinayana Buddhism, and so Mahayana Buddhists usually do not value Arhathood. But Master Dōgen did not share this opinion. According to Master Dōgen, there cannot be any difference between Hinayana Buddhism and Mahayana Buddhism, because he believed there is only one Buddhism, which has been transmitted from Gautama Buddha to the rest of us. He thought that the difference between Mahayana Buddhism and Hinayana Buddhism was a difference produced by the difference between ages, and so we should not affirm the existence of more than one Buddhism. From this basis, he explained the supreme value of the Arhat in this chapter. Coffee. All excesses completely exhausted, without troubles, self-possessed, realizing all bonds of existence, liberated in mind. Such is the great state of Arhat, the ultimate effect of one who studies Buddha, called the fourth effect, Buddha Arhat. All excesses are a broken wooden dipper with no handle. It has already been used for long ages, but its complete exhaustion is the springing forth of the wooden dipper's whole body. Self-possession is to leave and enter the brain. Realization of all bonds of existence is the whole universe in 10 directions never having been hidden. We investigate the form and grade of liberation of the mind as high places being naturally balanced being high, and low places being naturally balanced being low, upon which basis fences, walls, tiles, and pebbles exist. The meaning of liberation is the mind as the manifestation of all functions. Without troubles means that troubles have yet to arise, that troubles are restricted by troubles. An Arhat's mystical powers, wisdom, balanced state of dhyana, preaching of dharma, instruction, radiance of brightness, and so on, are never to be likened to those discussed by non-Buddhists, celestial demons, and the like. Doctrines such as the Arhat's seeing of hundreds of Buddha worlds must never be associated with the views and opinions of the common man. The principle here is, having just said that a foreigner's beard is red, there also being the fact that a red beard is a foreigner. Entering nirvana is an Arhat's conduct of getting inside a fist. For this reason, an Arhat's conduct is the fine mind of nirvana, and there is place of no escape. Arhats who have entered their own nostrils are truly Arhats. Those who have never got out of or into their own nostrils are not Arhats. Great sentence. Of old it was said, "Now we are truly Arhats, causing all to hear the voice of the Buddha's truth." The point of this causing all to hear is to make all dharmas into the voice of Buddha. How could all refer only to the Buddhas and their disciples? All beings that have consciousness, that have intelligence, that have skin, have flesh, have bones, and have marrow, causing these to hear is described as causing all. That which has consciousness and has intelligence means national lands, grass and trees, fences and walls, tiles and pebbles, rising and falling, flourishing and fading away, living and dying, going and coming, all these here. But the basis for causing all to hear the voice of the Buddha's truth is not simply study of the whole world as an ear. Shakyamuni Buddha said, "If any of my disciples calling themselves Arhats or Pratyeka Buddhas neither hear nor recognize the fact that the Buddha Tathagatas instruct only bodhisattvas, they are not the Buddha's disciples, nor Arhats, nor Pratyeka Buddhas." The fact of the instruction of only bodhisattvas, of which the Buddha speaks, is the fact in I and Buddhas in the 10 directions alone can know this fact. It is that Buddhas alone, together with Buddhas, are directly able to perfectly realize that all dharmas are real form, and it is Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. This being so, the self-evaluation of bodhisattvas or Buddhas must be utterly equal to Arhats and Pratyeka Buddhas, calling themselves Arhats and or Pratyeka Buddhas. Why? Because truly to evaluate oneself is just to hear and to know the fact that Buddha Tathagatas instruct only bodhisattvas. Of old it was said, in the sutras of Shravakas, Arhat is the name given to the state of Buddha. The words expressed here are verification of the Buddha's truth. They are not mere speculation from the sentimental hearts of commentary teachers. They contain the standard which is universal to Buddhism. We must learn in practice the principle of calling Arhat the state of Buddha, and we must also learn in practice the principle of calling the state of Buddha Arhat. Beyond the effect of Arhathood, not a single atom or a single dharma of surplus remains. How much less could the truth of Samyak Sambodhi remain? Beyond the truth of Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, again, not a single atom or a single dharma of surplus remains. How much less could the 4 processes and 4 effects remain? Just at the moment when Arhats are bearing all the dharmas upon their shoulders, these dharmas are, in truth, neither 8 ounces nor half a pound. They are beyond the concrete mind, beyond the concrete state of Buddha, and beyond concrete things. Even the Buddha's eyes cannot glimpse them. We need not discuss the 80,000 kalpas before or after. We must learn in practice the ability to gouge out the I, capital E. E-Y-E, and it's a capital E at the start. If anything is surplus, the whole Dharma is surplus. Shakyamuni Buddha said, if the bhikshus and bhikshunis think to themselves, I have already attained the state of Arhat, this is my last life, ultimate nirvana, and then they no longer desire and pursue Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, you should know that these are all people of lofty arrogance. Why? Because there is no such thing as a bhiksu really attaining the state of Arhat without believing in this teaching. These words certify that one who is able to believe in Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi is an Arhat. Definitely, to believe in this teaching is to belong to this teaching, to receive the one-to-one transmission of this teaching, and to practice and experience this teaching. Real attainment of the state of Arhat is beyond the understanding that this is my last life, ultimate nirvana, because real attainment is to desire and to pursue Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. To desire and to pursue Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi is to play with the I, again, capital E, E-Y-E. It is to sit facing the wall. It is to face the wall and open the eye. It is the whole world inclusively, and at the same time it is gods appearing, demons vanishing. It is the whole of time inclusively, and at the same it is Arhats reciprocally throwing themselves into the moment. Such is to desire and to pursue Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. which is, therefore, to desire and to pursue the state of Arhat. To desire and to pursue the state of Arhat is to be satisfied with your gruel and to be satisfied with your rice. It's a great phrase. There's a long quote here, most of this page. Zen Master Engo of Kasan Mountain said, "After people of old had attained the gist, they went deep into the mountains, and in huts of straw and bramble or in stone caves, they lived for 10 or 20 years on rice cooked in broken three-legged cauldrons. They completely forgot the human world and said goodbye forever to dusty circumstances. In this age, I do not desire such a situation, but only to conceal my name, cover my tracks, and stick to my original task, to become an old monk who is bony and stern. To become an old monk who is a bony and stern old drill and who naturally accords with the state experienced by the Buddha, to receive and use the state according to my own ability, to let my past karma melt away and to adapt to the long practice customs. If I have energy to spare, I will extend it to others, establishing conditions for prajna, and we will train to perfection our own legs and feet. We will be as if in a wilderness, gouging out one real individual or half of one. Together we will know existence, and together we will get free of life and death, creating more and more benefit for the future, and thus repaying the profound benevolence of the Buddhist patriarchs. If the frost and dew cannot be stopped from ripening the fruit, and through my continuing effort I am manifest to the world, I will harmonize with circumstances, I will open up and cultivate human beings and gods, but I will never dispose my mind towards gain. Still less will I depend upon the power of the nobility and become a vulgar and obsequious teacher whose behavior deceives ordinary people and defies the saints, who pursues gain and contrives fame, producing the karma of incessant hell. Though I lack the makings and the conditions, if I can simply go through the world like this and be without karmic effects, might I be a true dust transcending Arhat." End of quote. Thus, a genuine monk here and now is a true dust transcending Arhat. If we want to know the nature and form of an Arhat, we should know them like this. Do not deludedly consider the words of the commentary teachers of the Western heavens. Zen Master Engo of the Eastern lands is a Buddhist patriarch who is a rightful successor of the true transmission. Zen Master Daiichi of Hyakujo Zan Mountain in Koshu said, "Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind. Each does not covet and is not tainted by all substantial things and immaterial phenomena. This state is called to be receiving and retaining a four-line verse and is also called the fourth effect." End of quote. The head-to-tail rightness here and now of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind, which are beyond self and others, is unfathomable. For this reason, the whole body is naturally beyond coveting and taintedness. In the wholeness of all substantial things and immaterial phenomena, the whole body is beyond coveting and taintedness. The naturally wholeness of receiving and retaining a four-line verse is called beyond coveting and taintedness. This state is also called the fourth effect, and the fourth effect is Arhat. Therefore, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body and mind, which are realized here and now, are the state of Arhat itself. If we maintain basics and revere details, the state will naturally be transparent and free. To arrive for the first time at a solid barrier is to be receiving and retaining a four-line verse, which is the fourth effect. Right through to the top and right through to the bottom, the whole is being realized, and there is not the slightest remnant. Ultimately, if we want to express it, how can we express it? We can say, when Arhats are in the state of the profane, all things and phenomena disturb them, and when Arhats are in the state of the sacred, all things and phenomena liberate them. So we should know that Arhats and things and phenomena are in the same state. Once we have experienced Arhat, we are restricted by Arhat. Thus, since before the king of the Kalpa of emptiness, Arhat has been an old fist. Shōbōgenzō Arakan, preached to the assembly on the 15th day of the 5th lunar month in the summer of the 3rd year of Ninji, while residing at Kanondori Kosho Horinji Temple in the Uji district of Yoshu. That's 1242. Very good. Thanks for listening. Do take care.